Hello and welcome to the Sports Pitch Podcast, the NRL Round 3 review. How are we today, fellas?
I'm okay.
I'm good.
Excuse the...
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
I am very good.
Dogs are 3-0. Couldn't be happier. Why do you fondle with everything?
Wallah, I don't know what I've done here. All right, let's see.
Just don't touch it.
No,
It's why my
Just
bread.
don't touch it.
All good. All right. There we
Don't
go.
touch it. All right, beautiful.
Oh, is this live?
It's live. It's
We're rolling, mate.
rolling, mate.
How are you guys?
Before we start, nice haircut.
Thank you. I've grown up.
Yeah, you look like a man now.
Thank you.
You don't look like as who do you call
Samurai
it?
Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack. Copped
I
it
think
for
that-
weeks,
I think that
wallah.
was a compliment. But
It
Samurai
wasn't
Jack,
an insult. I don't know why you used to
Samurai
hate
Jack
it.
was a goat.
He was.
He
Yeah.
was.
If you know, you know.
We all know.
No, yeah. Some of the demographic nowadays, it's crazy.
Yeah.
We're not so young anymore.
Well, I'm not.
Well, none of us are. Well, I'm the oldest one here. So.
You are.
Mm.
I don't feel old.
Yeah, I don't feel it too.
Followed by me. I don't know why he thinks he's the old yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
you're like the youngest one here.
27.
You're 97, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still a kid, bro.
93?
94.
Yuck.
Yeah, bro. 31 this year.
95.
Okay.
30 this year, soon.
Yeah, soon. Next month.
Oh,
A
yeah,
month and
thank
a
God I didn't talk. Okay.
What were you going to say?
Is that May?
Yeah, who's mate?
Oh, yeah,
A month and a bit, I said.
Yeah, okay. Cracker. So that what a good friend. What day? I have no idea.
Throw one out. there.
21st.
Close enough. 29th.
Oh, shit. Anyway.
Good. It's good enough.
Yeah. I
I'll
have no
take
idea
it.
about yours.
So I don't know your birthday.
No, he doesn't even know his birthday. He's got two.
I've got two, yeah. But
What do you mean you got two?
I've got two. Long story you don't want to share. I'll tell you off camera.
Both things?
If you guys really want to know, leave it in the comment section. I'll share it next week.
Both things, 100%.
No, both. I came by plane cars. We're like,
Sure he did.
we were like legit
Sure he
refugees.
did. Sure he did.
I swear on Khaled.
What?
I'm
Oh.
saying I'm swearing on you.
Not much to swear on.
Anyway,
His life's not that valuable.
Anyway.
Anywho. He came on a boat. We picked him up from Brighton on the Thames.
yes. Let's get started. We're starting with this game.
How was your weekend, Ali?
Shut your mouth.
Oh.
I don't know if they can see it. It's very small, but it's deadly. From what the Asian ghost had told me.
I think he blew smoke up your
All right,
ass.
so last week we made a bet for those who were watching. We made a bet that I said the Melbourne Storm were going to get up against the Panthers, and they did. Khaled said no, the Panthers would.
Almost did.
They should. Like
They would have if Cleary was still playing.
Cleary didn't decide to headbutt the floor, right?
He nearly wiped out fucking Hughes with him.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. And it looks so soft, but we'll get into it when we get into
It
the
looks
game.
so
But before-
soft.
No, like when you watched it full time until you seen the head bounce.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
I'm
damn,
back,
yeah.
man.
But anyway, bet's a bet. Storm win, 30-24.
I can't eat all of
No,
it.
you don't have to eat all of it.
No,
Yeah,
I'll
at
take a
least
bite.
half.
I'll take it. I don't know problem. I'm
So
not a
it
chili
was
guy.
small.
Go on, you take
I
it.
mean, big.
I don't think this doesn't even look chilly.
Okay,
That's
yeah, it's
not
not
eat it
chili.
all.
It's not chili. Just have half.
Am I doing it now?
Right now, you're gonna. We
Wait.
said at the beginning of the podcast, you got to do it the whole time. You got your bottle of water there. I didn't want water, but
But I
Moe has a heart.
gave you some leniency. But I was expecting him to eat it all.
No,
It's
let
only
him have-
small.
let him
It's
have half. Let him have half.
To be
small.
honest, it doesn't look that chilly.
He ate half no
What
water.
is this called?
Don't worry about it. Just
Hey,
have
one.
half.
You ate half with no water,
It's a
or you ate full with
Carolina
water.
Reaper.
Oh, sorry,
No,
what?
it's not. I was looking.
What's wrong with ya?
They don't exist here.
You're so lucky. I should.
I
Oh,
don't know where they are. Where do people get there?
should have went to Raf's dad's backyard,
Oh,
bro.
let's
He's
go.
got some potent shit. Ate it all, you bitch. Ate it.
No, that's it. That's good.
He didn't even get the seeds.
That's good. That's good. No, he did.
Did you get seeds?
Let it get down first. was it?
I'm good.
Yeah, good.
So eat it again.
I'm sweet.
Your eyes are going red, cuz.
Is it spicy?
Look at his eyes.
Is it hot?
It's good.
All right, let's
I
start.
reckon you finish it, Ali. Just test it out.
Me?
Might as well. It's still half there.
Yeah, you want to do it?
You ate half, I ate half. I don't know why we do this. With this
Don't do it. You gotta ruin the podcast.
No, you can't send
Is
it.
it
Oh,
hot?
no, don't do it.
I fucking hate chili too.
What I do?
Oh, please, like that's spicy.
What did we do? Why did you do it?
That's spicy, guys.
Oh shit!
That's so spicy. Anyway.
Why did you do it?
Because we're men. Let's get into it. First game of the
To
round.
be fair, it's all good now.
Thursday, 20th of March. What am I saying? All right. The Melbourne Storm defeating the Penrith Panthers 30-24. Grand final rematch. A game like I was saying, everyone looks forward to this game. Everyone looks forward to most grand final rematches. Melbourne Storm getting up in this one. 5 tries apiece, which is crazy, but we'll go through all the try scorers and then we'll talk about the game. Grant Anderson scoring in the 4th minute. Alessi Katoa scoring in the 10th minute. I'm watching the game.
Do you eat chili or something?
I like chili.
Why aren't you reacting?
I like chili. It's spicy. It is spicy. I like chili.
I hate chili.
I like chili.
Wow, we are men.
Yes, men.
This is what Australia was built on.
Yes.
Tea.
Guys, get
Ah.
Only puns.
2 tries in the first 10 minutes, and I'm thinking, wow, this game's about to be a blowout. Between those tries, I think maybe before it. That's exactly what minute Cleary got taken off.
I think it was the 2nd minute.
Nah, it was further in.
Was it?
Yeah.
God,
Scoring
this is so hard.
I
Sorry,
think they were
guys.
scoring the 2nd try.
Cleary, 7th minute. All right, so in between the 2 first tries, Cleary gets wiped out. HIA, literally within 2 minutes of him going in the tunnel, commentators dropped the news that he's out for the game, which usually
Category
takes
one.
longer.
Yeah.
They
Category
didn't
1.
need to tell us anything though.
Yeah, you seen
I
it
think
the
it was
way his
quite
head smacked the ground. It looked bad. But within 10 minutes, the Storm were up by 2 tries, and you're thinking, this really could be anything. But the Penrith Panthers, man, it's class, next man up mentality. They were missing Edwards, and then for the majority of this game, 72 minutes of the game they played without Cleary, or 73 minutes without the game they played without Cleary. Paul Moore scored in the 26th. And
Which is looking good, by the way.
He's looking very good. And then he doubled up in the 32nd minute, giving us, and that was half time. So half time was 14 points to 10. Penalty goal from Melbourne, giving them the extra 2 points. 14 points to 10, you think this could be anything right now. The game was amazing to watch, and the Penrith Panthers came out in the second half off a scrum. Casey McLean just ran straight through, scores. Xavier Coates then scored for the Melbourne Storm in the 47th minute. Tyron Wishart scored in the 58th. Brian To'o scored in the 69th. Brian Pappenhausen scored in the 72nd. Brian To'o scored his double in the 75th minute. Like I said, 5 tries apiece, but without Nathan Cleary there, the goal kicking was the difference. Paul Alamori missed 3 from 5 conversions, and
1 from right and closely in front, I'm pretty sure.
very close, yeah, but it's they don't really have a strong backup kicker,
Yeah.
and it told in this game.
Yeah.
It really did. Let's talk about it, man. The first player I want to talk about is the Penrith Panthers fullback.
Yeah.
Remember Thomas Jenkins. It was supposed to be
Dane Laurie.
Dane Laurie playing fullback. He got replaced last second by Thomas Jenkins.
Hamstring.
Yes. He had a blinder of a game.
He did. He had a solid game in the air, under the high ball.
So
He was
safe.
solid, yeah.
Yeah, very safe. He had a try assist, ran for 113 metres. Of course, you're not going to expect Dylan Edwards' numbers, but try assist, a line break assist, an offload.
What a beautiful game.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
You
Where you
alright?
going?
Does he not eat chili?
No, he doesn't
I
like
thought I
it.
was bad. I'm sweet.
Yeah, no. All right, but no, he had a killer of a game. Blaze Talangi, he got thrown in early on, 73rd minute. He replaced Cleary. He didn't look very comfortable in the halves. Blaze Talangi.
It looks like he was just worried.
The funny thing is
Yeah.
they signed him to play in the half.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
signed
thing.
him to be Luai's
So
replacement.
surely he was training there all pre-season.
I don't know, but
No. I think it's telling that he started off the bench. Coming off the bench, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, Cleary, surely.
There's obviously a worry about his defence. They've made it, it's known now.
I think it was known even before the season started.
And then it was, but you would think that in the off-season, they would have backed him. He would have worked on his defence. The fact that he started playing in New South Wales Cup showed you there was a bit of flaws there.
Yeah.
But
His
isn't this-
defense in this game wasn't that bad. Like the
But isn't this
statistic,
what Penrith's about?
yeah, they're crazy. So he made 21 tackles, one missed. Now it did lead to a try,
Yeah, it did.
but it's pretty good statistics. But what his problem in attack, I felt like he was
Stale.
not stale, but he always picked the wrong option.
yeah.
Like for example, Cleary would always pick the right option. With Blaze Talangi, there was a few times where he had Casey McLean, who was playing centre this game.
That's right.
Casey McLean open, and Brian To'o was on the outside of Casey McLean, and he dummy and run himself because he's a runner first. But there were times where you think pass the ball there.
100%.
Now he's very young. He's what 19.
I think he lacks the vision.
His age
It
is,
is-
yeah, but his age isn't just the problem, Ali. I think it's his mentor wasn't even on the field.
Yeah.
That's his mentor. It's no surprise that he was playing like that. I'm sure his style would have been much different if Cleary was on the field with him.
Yeah, well, 100%.
The confidence you get having Cleary on the field is out of this world.
They would have trained as well with Cleary there on the
Yeah,
field while
100%.
when he comes on. So he's out there with no Cleary, no one really leading the team. Jack Cole, put my hand up, had a very good game this game.
Yeah.
Stood up, put the team on his back at points, right? But unfortunately for them, it was a little too short. Now, Melbourne, you'd expect them to come out and absolutely hammer the Panthers.
That's right.
Which we did.
We did, but they didn't, right? They as well looked... They could have iced the game multiple times, but they couldn't. And it's the Penrith Panthers' defense. They kept repelling him.
Well, they were saying, but also Hughes was playing with a broken hand. I don't know how.
Jerome
true that
Hughes?
is. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that. I didn't hear it, but...
Did you see Harry Grant's game?
Mm.
He was a bit off.
He was.
He was a bit
He
off.
was,
If
like,
you
I
check
wanna-
his stats, go on his runs.
I want to look at his runs. He had one run for 6 meters.
Yeah, that's not him.
Yeah.
Harry Grant
No
is a
way,
running
it's not him.
hookup
That's
before
nothing.
It was one of the poorest games I've seen him play in a very long time.
And we forget, man. We don't forget. We say this every week in, week out. Isaiah Yeo is a halfback.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. We're in the
Yeah,
13th.
honestly.
Honestly, like he is. He just wasn't born into a halfback body. That's
Yeah.
all it was.
He's very good.
The way he just
Very
controlled their line speed, the balls he was getting out to Talangi or to Cole. What more do you want?
He played, listen to his statistics. So he played for 80 minutes, right? 22 attacking runs, 10 hit-ups, 136 meters. This is the big one. 2 offloads, 42 tackles, 0 missed, 0 errors. The
Bloke's just a
guy,
freak.
I feel like him and Jenkins and Cole put in 110%. The Panthers went right after him. Like, they were like, let's go. We're on these guys' back. Unfortunately for them, without the best player in the league, it's a lot harder or easier said than done. For the Storm, I think it was Cameron Munster's performance that got him over the win.
It is, but it was a bit disappointing seeing the Storms couldn't really
Yes, I
get away from them.
Yes.
But it's the Panthers, and this game summarizes what the Panthers have been about
Yeah.
for the last 5 years.
100%.
There was a play I want to point out, if you don't mind me.
Go ahead.
pointing
No,
out.
go ahead.
There was a play where, Alamotti, I'm pretty sure it was Alamotti that scored.
Yeah.
Their winger. Is Alamotti on the right?
Anamora's on the right, yes.
There was a play where Isaiah Yeo was the first receiver. He ran in, he dragged in 3 defenders. Last second, just before he gets touched, gets the ball out to Jack Cole.
Yes,
Like-
I know this show.
You should like we say this. We say this every week. He shouldn't be doing that.
No, but it was literally, when we say at the line, he was in the line.
He was basically touched.
He was in the line, passed it out the back, and Jack Cole,
Had all the room in the world.
so he got rushed by the winger.
He did, but then by that time,
Yeah.
they were outnumbered.
Stepped out of the way, passed it to Jenkins, and Jenkins was a lovely tap on.
Literally.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That to me, when I saw that play, I go, "How? What more do you want?"
Yeah.
These Panthers just keep delivering week in and week out. They lost, but to me, my opinion, they were the more classy team.
They were. They looked like the better team, and that's without Cleary.
If they wanted a warning shot, that was it. To the rest of the comp, we could still play without our fullback and our halfback and still compete with
The best team in the
whoever.
comp.
Like everyone's tipping them to be the premiers.
Yeah, the team coming first right now.
Yeah.
Crazy,
Exactly.
crazy performance. But Melbourne get the 2 points, and at the end of the year, when you look back at it, you don't really care how the games were. 2 points are 2 points. Melbourne will take them. But the Penrith Panthers, they're sitting in 12th, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, but
And saying that the Tigers are in the top 4. So.
yeah, it's unfortunate for them that Cleary's out, but they looked very good.
How long's he out
for a
for?
losing team? It'll be
Just
a week.
this week.
Oh, just the 11
Yeah,
day stand.
stand out. Yeah, unless it's worse, but they'll assess him throughout the week.
No, it was
Um,
just a category
yeah.
1.
Well, it's only, you can only get category one's the worst.
Yeah, which means
But
11
then they'll
days.
assess him. They'll assess him throughout the week. If he still needs it, he'll get more. We move on to the New Zealand Warriors taking on the Sydney Roosters. The Roosters coming off a massive win against the Brisbane Broncos last week. The Warriors coming off a big win as well. This was a game where we said the team that wants it more is going to win.
Yeah.
And that's literally exactly how it played out. The Roosters scored first through Nafahu White. It was a grindy game. They completed very well. Let me just get up.
Who, the Roosters?
No, they didn't. Warriors did 86%. Roosters were at 70%.
Yeah, but that's the normal Roosters game.
Yeah, 70% is average. Right, Nafahu White scored in the 21st minute. Ali Lauatau What a ball runner.
What a unit.
He's been so good this year, bro.
Unbelievable. He's been good since he made his debut last year.
And
But
that was last year.
yeah,
I feel
It
like
looks like he's
Shit.
been playing first grade
He look- yeah.
for years.
I feel like he stepped up a level.
His line running is crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Crazy. Right, he scored in the 25th minute. We go into halftime 4-6. The Roosters in the lead. And then Chance Harris Tavita, 65th minute.
Also,
That was rugby union.
Yeah.
That try.
well, he kicked it.
Bombs it,
Yeah.
chases, catches it, scores.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that was
again-
that was a
He's
beautiful
stepped
piece
up
of play.
heaps as well since
In
last
the past
year.
2 weeks.
In the past 2 weeks, yeah.
Past 2 weeks, he stepped up.
Was he there round one? He was,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was. And we were calling for his head, but what a winner. Again, warning signs. Tedesco gets out jumped
By 5'8".
by 5'8".
5'8" 's not
It's
made to
warning
jump.
signs
Honestly, it's not made
Warning
to jump.
signs for what?
for Tedesco. A club should target it. It's a
What
weakness.
minute was that?
65th.
Tedesco plays his heart out every game. Can we stop picking on him?
No, I'm just saying.
Just
It's
stop
warning
picking on him.
signs. Like if
It's- I
I'm
don't
coming
think so. I don't
if
think
I'm
so.
if I'm coming up against him, I'm targeting it.
I think that just means that Metcalf had all the time in the world. Sorry,
Tavita.
Tavita had all the time in the world to kick, and that's up to the defenders of the Roosters to put that pressure. And
Yeah.
Tedesco
I think
just
Tedesco.
got out jumped from a guy running at him with so much momentum.
Yeah, I think
And he
Tedesco.
weighs probably 20 kilos lighter than him.
Tedesco didn't run up. Why isn't he standing like a couple meters back?
Well,
run up
to
onto
be
it?
fair, when you watch previous Roosters games, they never have that pressure. Like they always, their defenders always take pressure off when Tedesco gets the ball. He's never really tested under the high ball, competing under the high
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
Every time he does for the past 2 years,
He's not.
gets that
That's what I'm
jump.
saying. He's not the best competing under the high ball, but that's where his defensive line usually gets the job done.
are you talking
before-
about the blockers?
Yeah, usually the blockers get the job done before anyone gets to Tedesco for him to collect. catch that
Agreed,
ball.
but I think it's warning signs. I think if a team's coming up against them, they can target it. And then Ali Lauatawa scoring his second in the 70th minute. Again, whole running at its
He
finest.
looks like a freight train.
The-
He
God,
just
he's
took
so
an
good.
angle in that try too. He just
Yeah.
like ran
No,
a
it's-
bit to the left, didn't he?
Freight
No,
train.
it was inside out, which is the hardest line to run. But when it works, it's just straight through. But you
Was the first one he's just running the angle?
ran out, yeah. But the second one was he ran back into the line, straight through. The guy's a tank.
Yeah.
God, I told you.
He's a big human too.
Every Ali unit. I had him on Supercoach. Sold him after round one. Regret
Yeah,
Is
it.
this, should Warriors fans be worried about Metcalf?
In what way? He was quiet.
Showed up last week. Check how many runs he had.
He was quiet.
He had 2 runs.
He was quiet.
I'm pretty sure he had 2 runs. Unless I got it wrong.
He did. He had 2 runs.
He had 2 runs. Why?
But they still got
We
the
saw,
job
what
done.
we saw what he done last week.
We did.
What changed?
He kicked 12 times, right? You don't want everything on one player.
2 runs not good enough.
So I agree with you, right? But if they got the job done, right? He didn't need to do anything extra.
Did
to
he have
win.
2 try assists?
Metcalf had nothing.
No try assists, nothing?
He had a
No,
try
no, no.
contribution.
He
But
had a
tried.
very quiet game.
He did. He had a quiet game compared to last week. Very quiet, but
But when the team's getting the job done, you can't really just single him in.
They didn't get the job done. They won
did.
by 8 points.
they won against the Roosters. Who,
Okay, they just got by.
but it's a win. 8 points is a
I
decent
understand
win.
it's a win, but he's the guy that they are trying to. They're putting all their eggs in that basket.
Yeah, but it's
They
not
were-
gonna
they were
bloom
running.
overnight, Carl.
They're
Yeah, all
try-
right. Last week he showed up,
Yeah.
but it's not gonna be consistent when you're
2 runs isn't acceptable, man.
It's not.
Yeah,
I agree.
but
I
they won.
100% I
It's
agree.
not at least 6 to 10 runs.
Listen. They won. If this was a loss, yeah, we target him
That's the only reason why his head is not on.
100%. But they won, and
I'm
and
not.
and he didn't step up. Chino Harris Tavita did.
Yeah,
but that's what you want from a half
And
partnership.
their fullback.
Oh, their full. Yeah, he
Their
killed
fullback
it.
played very
Chance.
well, yeah.
The whole backline killed it.
He did.
Two pickies, run backs, other than the mistakes. I
Tua
think he made.
Picky's been great.
I think he made
Every
a couple.
week in, week
Oh no,
out,
he
he's
didn't
been
make a
great.
couple.
He's
Okay.
been good though.
Yeah. No, Tua Picky's been good. Ali Lauatawa, unbelievable. Adam Pompey, I think it's just Adam Pompey's out as soon as things fit. The other centre, I forgot his name.
Rockaberry.
Rocco Berry. But Adam Pompey, he's getting the job done.
He's,
And Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, he's running around 140 metres, I think more than anyone.
yeah, but he got
No,
injured.
Mitch
man.
Barnett ran.
He
Yeah,
did
but
injury.
we don't know how serious it is.
Yeah.
So he
Well,
played.
he's
He
out for a
played.
few weeks.
Is he 100%?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh well. So he played for 55 minutes. He ran for 140 meters.
Solid.
Cracker
RTS?
numbers, yeah.
That's what he does.
Very good numbers.
Yeah.
Right, I think the whole backline killed it. I think, honestly, I have no doubt. James Fisher-Harris and Mitch Barnett, they are the best 2 starting props in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not even an argument.
I goes them, then Broncos. That's what I reckon.
Nah, Broncos.
No, I think these two.
Nah, consistency wise, it has to be the word. Like
I think
those
it's
two
these
individual performances, it has to be Barnett and Fisher Harris.
Haas outworks them both
Yeah.
combined.
Yeah, but you're going off.
We're
both.
talking about pairings.
All right, pairings. You've got
Haas is the greatest prop of all time. You can't say
okay.
that. And they both play big minutes,
That's an
bro.
argument for later.
They play big minutes.
Okay.
No, I think Haas is better than both of them. 100%.
Obviously, yeah. Well, no one's arguing that.
Okay.
But I think as a
But
pairing,
the two
well,
starting props, like, Carrigan just moved into the prop position. Like you can't be like, nah, the Broncos props are better than the Warriors props. Those are trained props from day one.
I'm talking about-
Anyways,
and then it's Jackson Ford, 62 minutes. I'm going to bring him up.
Carlos 18, yeah.
62 minutes, 151 run meters, 81 post contacts, two tackle breaks, 43 tackles, and no offloads. He killed it. Jackson Ford, sign him to the Dogs, brother.
yeah, he's
He's a superstar. Anyway, the Roosters, 14-6. It's what you're going to expect, right? Like me and you both.
40-6.
14-6. Did you tip Warriors?
Yeah, I think we all did.
No, someone tipped Roosters.
No, I wouldn't tip Roosters. Oh, maybe I did tip Roosters.
Okay, I don't know, but
Maybe I did. I don't know.
it was a close game, like we said. Whoever wanted it more wants it.
Yeah.
Get the win. It's exactly what the Warriors showed. They wanted it more. It feels like round one feels like yonks ago when we were talking about the Warriors being.
Because it's been such a
Rubbish.
weird comp, right? Like,
Yeah, it's never.
it's to be
It's,
honest.
it's the most inconsistent comp in years.
Yeah, I tipped the Roosters.
Did ya? There you go. Yeah. But no, it was a close game, and we said it was going to be close, but Warriors get the chocolates at the end. We move on to the the Queensland Derby. The Brisbane Broncos taking on the Cowboys. The Broncos 26-16. Try scoring kicked off in the 22nd minute with Jack Gajewski scoring against his old team. Adam Reynolds then scored in the 34th minute. Griffin Neem. Did he score at the beginning of the first half? End of the first half or beginning of the second half?
Who's this?
Griffin Neem. Beginning of the second half.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, because it was 12-0
it was
at
first
halftime.
half.
No, 12-0 at halftime.
Yeah?
Yeah. Griffin Neem scored in the
Doesn't it say
40th
times
minute.
anyway?
Yeah.
So why are you asking
12-0 at
us?
halftime. I forgot to check. I'm just getting his involved in the conversation.
Oh, thanks. It's right there.
Anywho, Griffin Neem scored in the 40th minute, and you're thinking, ooh,
Do we have a
Cowboys
game?
might be in for a chance. Murray Talangi's got in the 53rd. You're going, oh, it's 12-all. What's happening here?
They look good. That's
They
what
looked
happened.
very good, and then the Broncos just put their foot down. Adam Reynolds put his foot down. What a performance by him. Jesse Arthur scored in the 59th minute, and then Payne Haas scores in the 71st minute. Jackson Purdue scoring a consolation try right at the
He
end
had a very good game.
in the 76th
Purdue,
minute.
yeah.
Yeah.
In the 76th
Finally.
minute. 4 tries to 3. It was goals and penalty goals the difference. Adam Reynolds perfect with the boot on the night, 5 from 5. Scott Drinkwater kicking 2 from 3. Let's talk about him. Payne Haas.
Yeah.
Well,
He's just a freak. Didn't he score that try just running straight through the middle? Was that this week?
That was the weakest defense I've seen in my life.
which one? His try?
His try.
No, his try was someone got through and then passed it to him.
No, he got past the ball in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and he ran straight
He ran
through.
straight-
No. That was the one that he got held up right before the line.
he
Yes.
scored that.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Watch it. Put the volume down and watch it.
Yeah, that's the one.
It is.
He
I'm
ran
right.
straight through.
There we go. 2 defenders staring at him.
Oh,
no
what?
one wanted to buy Ruben Cotter. Ruben Cotter was like, you know what?
Damn.
I don't feel
Cowboys
like playing
don't look
Origin
like
this
it is.
year.
Yeah, that was bad.
Ruben Cotter was like,
we
I
just
don't need
watched
that.
him.
I don't need that 30K.
He's been like that since the start of the year, but
He
he
has.
just
Yeah,
hasn't been
he's
putting
been
in
the
effort.
biggest. He's been the most disappointing
He's
player.
been flat.
Yeah.
Been the most disappointing player. Looks like he doesn't care.
And
They do look a lot better with Clifford there, though. To be fair,
100%.
They looked a
this
lot
is good
better.
signs for Cowboys. They
Yeah.
look much better.
This
you
is
know,
the
apparently
first
he was
better
injured.
signs.
Apparently he was injured. That's why Duffy was playing.
Yeah, that's right.
So-
Somewhere I saw that somewhere. yeah.
Maybe I don't know, but he played in the trials. He played a few trials.
That's probably where he had a little niggling injury.
Maybe, but this is the first time the Cowboys were in a game this year.
Yeah, 100%, and they competed
Yeah.
nearly to the end.
Yeah, no, it was at one point it was 12-all in the 53rd minute. It was 12-all.
They actually looked like they can do something,
But that defense on Haas was appalling, man.
Yeah.
especially in the middle of the field.
They're a power team. They're a powerhouse team.
Well, they should be.
The 2 guns. It was Tamalolo on the other end.
Tamalolo, yeah.
Tamalolo and Cotter. Some of the 2 biggest names in the actual comp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Letting that through.
No,
There is no excuse for
I
that.
forgot that. That was so soft.
That was very
So,
bad.
so and it was very. That's similar to the one where he got held up, the double
Yeah,
movement
he
one.
got held up.
It was the exact same thing. He ran straight through him.
Yeah.
I know it's Payne Haas, but like,
You don't just stand there and watch him
no,
run.
no, but you know it's Payne Haas. Fucking number up on
Did you
him.
see what
Triple up
Drinkwater
on
done?
Which one?
After his
When he
try?
got through?
When he got through, Drinkwater was like,
Yeah,
if they
no.
didn't go for him, I'm not getting paid enough to go for
See you
him.
later.
And you see, what would
What's
he
he
go
gonna
for
do?
him?
He's just gonna get steamrolled.
See you
by
later.
that.
My props just moved out of your way.
Yeah, hard.
Get
It's
out
like
of
they
it.
were mesmerized by fucking Payne Haas running past them. They're like, oh, look at him go.
He has been. He's a gun, but he always starts the year off. What are you looking at?
No, I'm looking at you.
No, you're looking at somewhere else.
No, I was looking at you.
He usually starts off the year very slow, not very slow, slower, and then he gets better and better.
I'll
as
tell
the
you
season
what, this
progresses.
is Ramadan vibes.
Oh my god!
He's fasting for fucking 14 hours before
He's
he
doing the
plays
Kareem
that game.
Benzema.
Yeah, he had one of the
My
best
God.
seasons.
Is he,
Best prop of all time, yes.
I want to say something.
Go.
Here we go.
No,
Who's gonna throw it there? Willie Mason.
the only pushback I had on that statement was that when Tamalolo was at his best,
Yeah.
he used to not just play the best, he used to win games for the Cowboys. Not just win games, he used to change games like that.
Yeah.
And I think for me, it was, I didn't want to say Haas was the best because statistically he is the best. But when you start changing games, when you start winning games for your team as a prop,
The Cowboys reached the grand final with off Tamalolo and Morgan.
and Morgan,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Tamalolo wasn't a prop.
He was a lock.
He was a lock.
But back then, their locks were like props. Because Tamalolo wasn't a ball handling lock.
He was a 13.
But he wasn't a ball handler, he
was a 13.
Carlin's right. He was
No,
more.
no, no, no.
13 was like a
Yeah,
step
but
back.
they weren't
Put that
props.
to the side. Let's not focus on numbers. Let's just focus on what they are. Tamalolo is a unit.
Yes.
Haas is a unit.
Yes.
Now, Tamalolo never had that. At times, he showed his ball skills.
Peak, prime. Tamalolo, Haas, who you getting?
Okay, statistically, we're going Haas. But,
Not statistically, who are you gonna
give
get?
me
Don't
that-
look at stats.
Give me that 2015. Okay, 2015 Tamalolo.
Peak,
Today
Tamalolo.
Haas.
Yes.
Today Haas.
Yes.
Now, if by the looks of it, Haas is changing. That game just showed you he's changing games.
Yeah.
He's scoring when they need it. When they need someone to score, he's standing up.
Because the game was still in the balance there.
He showed that now for 3 games. I'm
Yeah.
not saying he scored every game, but he's changing the outcome of games. But before this year,
71 minutes.
he was
No,
just dominating the.
Even last year, he was changing games.
Do you understand where I'm coming from, though?
I get what you're
Tamalolo
saying.
was single-handedly winning games.
I understand the argument, but if you watch Payne Haas guys, even last year, when he wasn't there, they had no go
Oh,
forward.
there was.
Yeah, no,
they
100
struggled.
They were
I
dead
fully-
rubber. He does
yeah.
change the dynamic of the Broncos team.
Now, answer the question. Payne Haas prime, Jason Tamalolo prime. Who are
Right
you
now?
taking?
Tamalolo.
Tamalolo prime.
Tamalolo 2015.
Payne Haas prime.
2015 Tamalolo, I'm taking him.
Who are you taking?
Fuck, it's a hard one.
It is very hard. Like, it's very
I
hard.
think it might be Tamalolo. Because he was doing a full field things back
Listen,
then.
I
cuz.
think-
he was fucking creating
I
opportunities.
think Payne Haas is the greatest prop of all time. Prop.
Okay.
But I'm taking Tamalolo any day of the week.
Well, then that wasn't really a hot take, was it?
It is a hot take, but we just all agree. Let's see what everyone
Yeah.
else thinks
Well,
in the comment section below.
And I think what we're saying is pretty logical.
Yeah.
If you want to go off statistics, Haas is the greatest prop of all time.
Yeah.
But if you want to go off changing the outcome of a game in a flash, he was changing games in a flash.
Because this bloke used to put his head down, barge over the like 3 players in front of him, and just go straight through.
Nah, it's I don't know. It's for me. Payne Haas is a prop. Tamalolo's a lock. Both of them at their prime. I'm taking Tamalolo. But he took Tonga to like a World Cup final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
By himself, by the way.
Yeah, he was so good.
He didn't really have the stars around
He had
him.
Andrew Fafita.
Yeah.
Because there was, name me another prop or lock or whatever that was bowling down 3 players in front of him and still had the pace to make it from his own
run
40
80
to the
meters.
try line. Yeah.
He's a freak. He was
That's for me. It's
He was
a
a freak.
debate to be had. But what we saw from Haas this weekend, man, was
I'll take them both, to be
Was a
honest.
spectacle.
Yeah.
If there was an opportunity, I'll take them both.
All right. And Adam Reynolds. Adam Reynolds' game. Wow, what a performance! A try assists, 9 runs from Adam Reynolds. What is he? 35, 36?
Scored a
Having
try.
9
Yeah.
runs. Well, yeah, scored a try. Lovely try as well. Got a line break assist. Kicked 29 tackles, 0 missed. Wow, and this is against second rowers charging at him. 15 kicks for 472 meters, 0 errors. That was a halfback's knock right there. He absolutely killed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed it. And when the Broncos needed someone, he stepped up. Reece Walsh, quiet by his standards.
Second week in a row.
Kicked the
But-
40-20.
When they needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they needed it, he popped up, kicked the 40-20, and they scored off it. Right, and that's when the Broncos went on with the game.
To be fair, when Adam Reynolds is on, the Broncos are on.
Yeah,
Like last
100%.
year, he was out half the season. When he came back, it was a bit sluggish, and you've seen how they went.
Yeah,
But
rubbish.
the year before, when fucking Reynolds was on, he was fucking on,
Yeah.
and they made it to the grand final.
And in defence of Walsh, when your forwards are firing at all cylinders, your halfback's having the game of his life, I don't think you have to take as much risk as he usually does.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's got the errors in him, but when Walsh
5
wants
errors,
to,
by the way. Yeah.
that's what we've seen in Walsh though.
Yeah, because he takes risks.
But we see when he's on,
Yeah.
he's on.
Okay, but
he
like,
doesn't need. I feel like he doesn't need to be on every game.
I agree with
He's
you.
got a
Listen,
mad team around him.
I'm gonna have a little tiff here. This is exactly my argument for Metcalf in that game against the Roosters. He
True.
didn't have to do
True.
anything more.
True.
The difference is Metcalf is your halfback.
The Broncos is star player, the one that they go to if they're in a tight game is Reece Walsh.
Not when Reynolds is there.
When
Right,
Reynolds,
especially when Reynolds is there.
Reynolds,
and you're saying when your forwards are steamrolling, that's when you as a fullback should be like, cracked. Let me get in on this action.
True.
But he didn't have to.
I see your
It's
point.
very easy for a fullback when his whole team's firing to take a step back or join in on the firing. And if he did, this game would be a blowout.
Yeah.
I see your point, but you can't compare Metcalf.
I'm just
2
saying-
runs is appalling.
I agree with you, but he didn't have to do
Lit.
more. He didn't have to.
He didn't have to because
And
they
when
won.
he did, exactly, but when he did and they won. Now, if this was a loss, I'm telling you, I'll be on your side completely, but they won, so you can't really say anything.
Well, so then your argument doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because if you're saying if they lost, you'll be on him hard. Right
Yeah.
now, you're not because they won.
They won.
So you're
He didn't have to do
You're still
more.
critiquing his game the way I am. Just because they won.
No, he didn't have to do more than what he did. He didn't have to. They won. They got the 2 points. That's all that matters in rugby league.
That's a pretty dumb way of looking at it. but
That's,
whatever.
I think, the only way of looking at it. All right.
Alright.
So that's why we had the beef on the chat about the Bulldogs Eels game, which we'll get to.
Oh, yeah,
What
I
was
can't
that?
wait till we get to
We'll
that
get
Did
to
you
game.
that.
have beef, bro? I was at work. I'm still not didn't read
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Chat.
no,
I was gonna
I
drop
can't
to-
wait. You're going to hear peace in my mind.
All right. Anyway, the Sharks 27, the Rabbitohs 12. Undefeated run for the Rabbitohs comes to an end. The Sharks just look like a training drill, really. Nico Hines scored in the 3rd minute. Brenton Nakora in the 8th. Kyle Ero in the 20th. William Kennedy in the 29th. Brendan Trindle in the 45th. And they're like, yeah, we'll give these under 12 some ball. We'll let them play. Jack White scored in the 69th minute. Jamie Humphrey scored in the 74th. What can you say, really? Like, and then Braden Trundle in the 79th minute kicked the field goal. It was 20-0 at halftime. The game was done.
KO Iro looks like a fucking freak.
Kawara is a freak. He's so
Fuck
good.
me dead, cuz he looks so good.
He's so good. So good. And then,
And they've got Nico Hines playing the way they need him to play, which is just kick back and show up every 10, 20 minutes.
No,
This-
he got involved a lot. in
this
the
was a
game.
better game for
But
me.
once
This
again,
That's what I'm saying,
the
show up every
Sharks
10, 20 minutes.
dominating a weaker
bottom,
team
yeah, bottom team.
is a common theme we've been seeing for the last few years.
True, and we have mentioned that.
Are they like this when they hit finals? They don't even know.
Yeah. But these are the games where I feel like,
They matter.
no, of course they matter.
Every game
matters.
matters,
But
yeah.
Hines has to get
Build
more
confidence.
involved.
Yeah, build more
Build
Which
that
he did.
confidence. Yeah, build that
He did.
confidence. He scored in the 3rd minute. Build that confidence. So when you come up against the top team, you're playing at that full confidence. And you just continue on playing the way, the style that's working for you against the lower teams. If you get good at it, eventually you'll be working against the top teams.
Yeah, just don't try to overstep your hand, bro. Play
Yeah,
simple footy.
I just think he's got the perfect player to accommodate for his game.
Yeah,
Trindle.
Trindle is a 7 out of 10 player.
Yeah, literally.
Plays 100% every game.
Yeah.
Hines is a 10 out of 10 player. Gives you 70 to 80% a game.
Mm.
But
Eh,
they accommodate each other so well. This is exactly what
You
he
know,
needs.
if Hines had Trindle's mindset, he'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
a fucking freak.
Well,
Yeah.
Because he doesn't overplay his hand. He just does what he needs to do, and that's what makes Trindle what he is. He doesn't overstep. He doesn't. Like, he just plays simple footy.
And it's the best. Simple
Yeah.
footy is the best. Kyle Ero, you're talking about him. Ran for 264 metres.
What a freak.
Absolute gun. Absolute gun.
He had a try. Yeah.
He scored a
Two?
try, yeah. No, one try. 19
assist?
runs, man. 264 metres of 19 runs.
He looks
crazy.
like a young Holmes, man.
Yeah, he is. We always said
With
it.
better
He literally
defense.
His
does.
Holmes is regen.
With better defense.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Probably kicks better than him too.
Oh, right now, I'll kick better than him.
Well, Lomax
Um,
forgot how to kick too, so it's alright. It's okay.
Yeah, that's
I can't
true
wait
as
for
well.
that game.
Adam Finnell-Blake, great knock. The two back rowers for him, for the Sharks,
Nakora.
Nakora and Teague Wilton. Wow, bro.
Wilton's been fucking solid. Like,
Yeah.
Wilton's a workhorse.
Workhorse. And you know what it is? You know that like every team goes for block plays?
Yeah.
The Sharks always hit the lead runner.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always Teague Wilton and Nakora. And you could tell, like, yeah, they score so many tries.
They
in a
do,
year.
they do.
They always get double-digit tries. It's just crazy.
They sort of play in that aspect like the Melbourne Storm. They like to hit the lead runner too.
Yeah, with
Blore and Katoa.
Katoa. They love
Yeah,
Katoa.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've said this before, but Sharks are the most balanced team in the comp.
Yeah.
Are they not?
On paper.
Yeah,
They are
guys,
the most balanced team.
they literally have a team that can win the comp.
Yeah.
But it gets to finals.
That's what
and it
matters.
gets to teams playing teams at your level or above, they lose.
Yeah.
They choke.
It's crazy. Anyway, so the Sharks, they continue on. Their one loss was against the Panthers in round 1. 2 wins in a row from now. We'll move on to the Dolphins 18. The West Tigers 30. The Tigers in the top 4.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Great performance by the Tigers all
Yeah,
round, but they are playing against the team who I think are going to win the spoon. Jack Bostock scored in the 4th minute. Taruva then scored in the 8th. Herbie Farnworth scored in the 17th. Cody Nikorima scored in the 22nd. And you're thinking, what?
Could this be a game?
Come on, man. You're the Tigers with all your signings. All your gun players. Benji, do something. He bought on Taylor De Silva and the game changed.
He's been
He
decent.
bought on Taylor De Silva and the game changed.
He looks like a mini Coruscant, man.
No one
Yeah,
mentions him, bro.
he's-
He's very underappreciated in that team. When he comes on, he changes.
No, I
his
think
lineup.
the Tigers appreciate every player they have in
Yeah.
that team.
No, but I'm saying, like, as a rugby league fan, looking from the outside
Yeah.
in, we don't really give him raps,
I want to see what...
and he's not anything special. But he changes the game for
I
us.
think he is, Moe. I
Yeah.
think he's got potential.
Who, Taylor De Silva? He has
Talent Silva.
potential.
And he just looks like he's learning so much of Coruscant. It's very evident the way he plays. And his confidence too.
Well, if you'd want to learn off anyone, it would be Coruscant. And even he had a fucking solid game when he was
Well,
on
they
too.
all did. Yeah, Coruscant's dangerous.
So he
man.
came on in the 30th minute. He scored in the 36th.
Yeah.
Okay, it was one of his first runs of the ball. Went straight through and scored. He looks like a future first grade hooker, like for a very long time.
Yeah.
He looks very
Well, he
good.
will be once
Yeah,
Coruscant.
he came
hangs up
on,
the bit.
changed the game. He scored in the 35th minute. That was it for the Dolphins scoring. Their last try came in the 22nd. Alex Seyfarth Sanira Taruva scored his second in the 63rd minute. Alex Seyfarth then scored in the 68th minute, and then Api Coruscant scored in the 7th minute. Api Coruscant wound back the clock with that try. Out of dummy half, step straight through. Scores.
That was something beautiful. to watch,
Beautiful.
Because you know what they tried to display to me? They look happy when they're playing.
Yeah, they do.
They actually, for once in the past couple of years, look like they're enjoying playing rugby league.
They do.
They could hit any side of the field and they could score.
Yeah,
We haven't seen that in years for Tigers.
long time.
Usually-
And they're
it was
enjoying themselves doing it.
Honestly, since 2010.
Yeah.
Since
See the way
2010,
they're celebrating
where
too?
they had Lottie Takiri on one wing and Bo Ryan when he was good on the other wing.
See the way they're celebrating?
Yeah,
They're
they
so
love it,
happy.
everything. Jerome Lawyer, by the way, passenger.
Yeah.
Absolute passenger.
Literally.
He doesn't need to, like,
Yeah, he just does his job. But, God, he had 13 runs, which is pretty good. But Lachlan Galvin had 21 runs.
Wow.
Galvin is a freak. And he didn't even, 0 try assists this game. A tackle bust, that's it. 3 offloads. That's it when it comes to attacking stats. No assists, no line breaks, no line break assists. But he had such a killer game.
Yeah, he always does.
Does his job.
He always gives you a 9 out of 10. He plays
Unbelievable.
with his heart on his sleeve.
He's so good.
I love him.
So
bro. What a
good.
kid.
Has Trevor scored every week?
Yes. I think he's leading.
What a signing.
He should be leading the try. Oh, no. Well,
He
yeah,
knows
he
how to
is.
finish,
Is he?
man.
Jesse Arthurs, Taruva, and Ruben Gary Cole on 5. My man, Selwyn Cobbo's on 4.
Your man?
Because I tipped him to finish top try.
Ah, okay. I don't remember who I tipped. Xavier Coates?
Yes. Yeah, because we were close. But no, the Tigers, good performance. I want to see him come up against a solid, a top team.
Yeah.
Um,
Because they're still starting slow.
they are.
They're still
They are
starting
expect-
every game very slow.
Yeah.
But that's what you expect.
Like they
Agreed, yeah.
Dolphins took the lead by 3 tries before they even woke up and got back into this game.
Yeah. So what it was 16 points to 16 points to 6 at one stage. And I thought at that point, I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
Because I wanted the Tigers to win, of course. You love the
Don't we
Tigers.
all?
Yeah, but I was
Love
like,
to see.
shit, what the hell? What's going on here?
Yeah, they fell asleep.
Good-
And
good
last week
coaching.
was the same against Para. They dragged it. It was a shittest game of
For the first
A
20
century,
minutes, it was
yeah.
rubbish.
and then they start picking up. So they're starting slow,
Yeah.
but as long as they're finishing fast, it'll get them in the end.
And they got the 2 points, and they won by a big margin, man.
They did, and to come back from, 10 behind?
Yeah.
You said 16-6?
Yeah.
To come back from 10 points for the Tigers,
Yeah,
It's a
massive.
different
and
Tigers
then
team.
to win by how many points?
Massive, by 12 years. Massive.
That's-
it's a 22-point turnaround.
Also,
I think
have
that's best
you
case scenario.
seen the
And they
improvement?
kept them on nil, by the way, the second half.
Have you seen the improvement in the defensive line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck me,
Huge
bro. Like
improvement.
they're actually turning up for each other. It's good
improvement.
signs, and you don't rate Benji whatsoever.
No, I don't know.
But whatever they're doing there, I don't know who
Well,
it
look at
is,
their
but
signings,
it's
They
working.
man.
got good players. I still
Look
don't
at
think they'll finish top 8.
man. Torome is dominating, man.
He's a freak. Bro, you know what's crazy? New South Wales, surely he gets Origin call up.
Yeah.
Imagine him and Payne
Payne,
Haas.
oh my god.
Please.
And Barnett coming off the bench.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
God.
Ola Kawatu on one edge. Oh wow.
It'd be lethal.
My God. But what, he won't get picked.
And Preston on the other edge.
He's Queensland, bro.
No, he's
No,
not.
is he?
No,
You know.
bro.
It's
Bondi,
blue.
cuz. It's Bondi
Oh,
Junior.
yeah,
He's a
well,
Roosters
yeah.
Junior. Anyway, good on the Tigers. What's it called? Gerard Skelton injured.
Yes.
They have so many backs they can replace him with.
Yeah,
them.
but he's been... I can't stand... I don't rate him at all. But he's been so good for him.
He's strong. He brings power.
Don't say he's good at the dogs.
No,
Defensive
no.
reads
No,
like a
no,
donkey.
I'm saying he fits that team well.
He,
Totally.
yeah,
does,
so
he
good.
does.
He's defensively, he's got so
And
much better.
whatever Benj is doing,
It's working.
just don't go to Bali.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
Hard.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Hard on your boy around.
All right, we move on to the Gold Coast Titans versus Newcastle Knights. This is the only tip I got wrong. The only tip I got wrong. What an upset, especially from last week. What the Titans showed against the Dogs, nothing.
Yeah.
Showed absolutely nothing.
It was their first game of the season.
It was, yes. The Knights have been on fire. We're undefeated before this game. 26-6 winners. The Gold Coast Titans up in the Gold Coast.
26-0 for majority.
Yes.
Till the 74th minute, they finally scored. So Jojo Fafita scored in the 16th minute. Jaden Campbell scored in the 32nd minute. Bo Foreman scored in the 54th minute. And David Fafita scored in the 67th minute. Bradman Best scored in the 74th.
In a broken play sort of thing too.
Yeah,
Like,
but it was powerful running.
Yeah.
But there was solid signs from the Titans, and we didn't see their halves click like this last week.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
And they looked very good together
They
this
looked
week.
so good, and things coming back soon.
Foreign.
Foreign, I think he has to play.
No. They even before the season started, this was their half spirit.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they
Foreign-
had Foreign coming off the bench.
Foreign is 14,
Oh, wow.
yeah, off the bench.
Yeah. And you know what they say? Speed kills.
Yeah, they're so fast.
Because the 1 to 7 is fucking
Yeah,
turbo.
lethal.
Literally. And we're seeing it in Hughes as a halfback.
Yeah,
We're seeing it as Campbell
Campbell,
now.
man, wow.
He looks very good.
I've always looked at him and go, why hasn't anyone who needs a fullback signed this guy?
Fuck, he's playing as a halfback. He's all
Yeah, no, the guy's a footy player.
Yeah, literally.
He's literally a footy player. He's like his dad.
Yeah.
Preston Campbell used to play anywhere in the back line.
If you got anything off his dad, it'd be that.
So
He
good.
has the passion for it.
He's so good. He had a killer. Like he had. Let me bring up his stats because I think it wasn't just a try. He had a couple of try assists in there. Jaden Campbell,
have
a
tries.
try and a try assist. Yeah, try and a try assist. 12 runs. Like he had a blinder, a tackle bust, line break assist, an offload, 23 tackles. He had a killer of a game.
You
Kicked,
forget how small he is too.
but 18 kicks too. He done the majority. Like Brimson had three kicks. He had 18 kicks.
They are by far the smallest house pairing and probably the most inexperienced house pairing, I'd say, in the league. One
no,
off?
not after Dragons.
Yeah, Dragons.
No, but like
Oh, sorry, after
playing in those positions.
Who else? Who else is unexperienced?
Sexton and Hayward.
Oh yeah, but that's not like that's because of injury.
No, like, but Ilias has been a half his whole life.
Ah yes.
And Flanagan's been a 5'8".
Well, but you got to remember,
halfback majority of it.
Brimson and Campbell are both fullbacks.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm
Yeah.
least experienced
They're both
half
fullbacks.
pairing because they're both not playing in their position.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they absolutely killed it. Keanu Kinney ran for 221 meters.
He's been fucking.
The guy's the size of my foot.
Talk about
He's a
workhorse.
freak.
He just doesn't give up.
Keanu Kinney?
No, it doesn't
But he
give up.
plays way above his weight. I think he weighs like 70 kilos.
No, relax. He's a 9. He's easy.
Not
No way.
Yeah,
Keanu
yeah.
Kinney?
Because if
Let's see.
Tyrell
He's one
Sloan
of
was
the.
in,
Oh, he's
like-
80
I'm
kilos.
70
80
kilos.
kilos. Yeah, I know, but you're not a first grader.
Well, I'm 70 kilos.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said 170. My bad. Anyway,
bad.
sorry. Why am I talking?
No, that's all right.
No, I shouldn't be talking.
No, you definitely shouldn't, but it's fine.
Anyway, no, he's 80 kilos, 10 kilos. That's not bad. He's still lightweight for a rugby league player.
Very light.
And
Even
he
Tyrell
punches way
Sloan
above
weighs
his
more
weight.
than him.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
he plays a lot harder than Tyrell Sloan does.
Tyrell
Um,
Sloan and Pappy both play more than this bloke. And they both look smaller too.
Yeah, Pappy looks smaller than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tina Fasumalawi for second game had a killer of a game.
Doesn't look like
We're
he's
gonna
missed
say
a
this
beat.
every game. This
Yeah,
year,
there's
but,
literally no
He
point.
hasn't missed a beat, the bloke.
The Newcastle Knights, I think the Titans literally just focused on Ponga.
That's all you have to do. I think that's the game plan
they
going
shut him
into
down.
Newcastle.
They
Shut down
shut him
Ponga.
down.
And
And
Sharp.
still, even that, he did get the one try assist, but where they shut him down.
I forgot Sharp was even playing.
No, he played well.
He,
was-
he
No, Sharp.
ran for 100 metres off 8 runs. It's not bad, but
For a 5'8".
for a 5'8", yeah, but that's he's a runner.
Yeah, he is
He's a
definitely a
runner.
runner.
I don't know. There's a lot of questions there. Like, ask now, like, what if Ponga gets closed down? Who can step up in that team?
Sharp can.
But he didn't.
Yeah, true.
And this is against the Titans, who, no disrespect to the Titans, I think none of us had him in our eight.
No.
Yeah, but that's the knock on Knights is that when Ponga goes down, who steps up?
Yeah.
Well, apparently
And
no
that's a
one.
problem they've had for the past
And who can they rely on?
3-4 years. Because Ponga will get injured.
Oh, yeah, eventually. It's inevitable.
Yeah, Ponga will get injured.
We don't wish for it, but like,
Yeah,
it's
of course not.
inevitable.
I love watching Ponga play. He's going to get injured. Who's going to step up when he's gone? That's the question Newcastle Knights have to answer
Dylan Brown.
themselves. Dylan Brown.
What a joke.
Talking about
What a
Dylan
joke
Brown.
of a signing.
Yeah.
Parramatta Eels 8, the Bulldogs 16. In a game Dylan Brown could have taken by the scruff of the neck.
They had enough ball.
This was his game for the
This
taking.
was his game. All he had to do was have a half decent game, they win.
Who did you say? What game was this?
Doggies prepared.
Doggies versus who? Para?
Para.
Are you sure?
Oh
It was Doggies versus Lomax.
Only bloke that tried.
my
The
God.
only
You want
bloke
to talk
that-
about $1.3 million? Lomax paid like a $1.3 million player. I don't care what
I
you
wouldn't.
tell
I
me.
wouldn't say that, cuz.
Are you serious?
If he pays like that every week,
He is worth.
he's worth every
throw
dollar.
the checkbook.
I
at
didn't
him.
watch the game, but there was a try that he fucking blew.
No,
They had
no,
an
no, no,
open,
no, no,
open
no,
try line, and the bloke
Don't even
threw it
mention
out
that.
behind his winger.
No. He could have let in 3. The game he had. This is $1.3 million.
Kaz, how many runs do you think he had?
Probably most of them.
How
30.
many? Tell me. Give me a number. How many runs?
I think I saw it was like 32 or something.
31 runs.
31.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. That's low, Max.
I've never seen that.
No.
No, that's low.
No, I've never
Maui,
seen more than
Maui,
31.
You
for
didn't
more than
watch.
30
Did you
runs.
watch the game?
No, I didn't. I was at work.
303
He dominated
meters.
everywhere.
I watched about 20-minute period where Josh Adokar scored the try and whatever.
Yeah.
Straight out, it looked like both of you were playing shit, to be honest, at that point in time.
We'll go through the game. 303 attack and run meters. 9 tackle
303?
busts. Yeah.
Yes.
9 tackle busts. 1 line break. 1 offload. 5 tackles. 3 kicks.
He chipped it for himself at one stage.
Because the guy done everything. Yeah, half time.
Can you do me a favor? Just go watch the game.
The whole game?
Please go
Just
watch.
watch
Just
Jack
watch
Lomax.
Lomax the whole game.
Oh
Involved
my
in
God.
he was the halfback,
He was
the
everything.
5'8", the fullback,
He
the
was
centre and
everything,
winger.
everything.
The thing is, when I was reading up about this game, apparently they had enough ball to just fucking...
They should have
They
asked
had enough ball
at
to
least 5
absolutely
times.
mop
They had
us.
what
at
I'm
least
saying.
5
To absolutely
genuine
mop us.
attempts to actually ice the game, and Dylan Brown was nowhere to be seen.
I want to see if there's a statistic about...
I just want to ask the
What was the
Knights.
possession?
Possession was 50-50, but it was territory.
Okay.
They were in a half the whole game. You know what the problem? They made 12 errors. We made 5.
That's big errors, bro.
Massive. We didn't. There was 7. Like, okay, let's talk about this, right? We'll go through the try scorers. Started off, Daniel Saluka Fafita. When I seen him score this try,
I
I'm
said
like, we're
40
hitting
plus.
50s.
Yeah, I
we're
said-
hitting 50s.
He walked through straight
He
through the
walked
middle.
through.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally,
Walk
they
through-
didn't even want to borrow him.
Scored in the 4th minute. Will Penasini then scored in the 18th. Bronson Sherry scored in the 25th. Blake Wilson scored in the 33rd. That was it for the Dogs. Josh Adokar scored 6 minutes after half time. The one player didn't want to score.
You
He
hate to
scored.
see it.
And he
Yep.
fucking celebrated like he won the grand final.
Yeah, it was hectic when it was in our jersey. but
Yeah, it looked good in Parrot too.
doesn't feel nice anymore. He scored in the 46th minute, and that was it. After that, it was literally Parramatta on our line, and they just could not get
It
through.
was just defending.
But it was so, because they did not once. The one time they looked threatening was when Lomax hit a short ball, broke through the line, threw the ball back to Samrani.
Yes,
And he dropped it. And he dropped it?
like 3 tries that
Yeah,
game.
Hey,
he dropped it.
Yeah, he dropped
that
it.
was the only time they done something different that looked like it was going to get through us.
And
Other than
who's
that,
away, by the way?
yeah, if he caught it,
Samani Quarter, he scores.
Twice happened.
Twice.
Yeah,
Samani
that one
twice.
was 100% guaranteed
Yeah.
try, right? Other than that, all Parra done was block plays. And the Bulldogs, like for example, when we done a block play on their line and Jerry
Bronson
scored,
Cherry, yeah.
Yeah.
what were they doing? backing away
Yeah.
and sliding.
Yeah, and
You're
to be-
on your line.
To be fair, Lomax, do you remember what he done? He backed up
What?
his sit to the right a bit.
Yes.
Didn't really attack.
No.
Sure, but his defenders too were doing the same thing.
Everyone
so
was doing the
can't-
same thing, but that's a confidence thing from Para.
Yeah.
Us on our line, what were we doing? Up in their face.
Just up in their face,
Up in
shooting,
their
That's what you meant to
shooting
do.
at every player.
Shut down everything.
Well, that's why
Literally.
Ataka scored.
Yeah.
Because Crichton shut up at.
They all shot up, but sometimes
Oh,
that's
it's
the
going
problem
to slip
with
through the
shooting.
crack once or twice, but
Yeah.
fuck, you get in their face.
Yes, right. But that's all Para done was block plays, and we just shuffled and up.
That's very bad. That's very
If we play like that against the Sharks next week, we're getting a cricket score put on us.
Yeah, you know where it's at?
Shark Park.
You know what time?
What time?
7:30.
bad. Was that Saturday?
That is prime time. Yeah, prime time for Sharks.
Sharks.
If it was in the,
So when the Sharks
if it
come
was
out
in
to
the-
swim.
If it was in the daytime, and it was sunny, you would think because we're a lot of pack. But man, that's going to be a tough outing.
It's gonna be a tough game.
I know, it's
But
going to be a tough game for
anyway,
you.
so you had an issue with what was your issue with this?
Look, it was just raw emotion.
Yeah.
For me, it was our attack looked just so clunky. It was like no one wanted the ball and just no one looked like they wanted to win the game for us.
It wasn't no
And
one
that's
wanted
Sexton.
the ball. It wasn't no one
Sexton,
wanted the ball. It looked like no one knew what to do with the ball.
We shouldn't look this lost without Burden. I understand Burden is a major
Yeah,
player in
but
that team.
It was Burden and
Burnham's
Kicker.
kicking
Burden and
game is a
kicker.
major play in your
Yes,
team.
massive.
But even Hayward, like, I understand, like, it's so hard to critique him, man. We had one of the best defensive games of, the
Yeah,
last,
for a very long time. We
in a very
defended
long
our hearts
time. I just wanted to see more. And as a Doggies supporter, I'm worried because, it's the Eels, 1, 2, 3. We got Sharks next week.
It's going to be rough. Now, the thing about it is what's scary is Bailey Hayward kicked once. Toby Sexton broke the NRL record.
He did.
Yes, for the most kick meters ever.
Yeah.
1,027 meters.
He passed
kicked,
Mitchell Moses.
he kicked
That's
for a
fucking
kilometre.
massive. That's massive.
Yes,
a kilometre and 26.
and 27 meters.
How many kicks does he have?
He had 27 kicks.
That's fucking big numbers.
Okay, do you know why they were big? Because they kept us in our half the whole time.
And he was just smashing.
We couldn't do shit in attack. And he just, every time, thank God, that guy has a big boot on him. Thank God.
How important does that show Burden's kicking game?
Oh, bro, it's everything.
Burden,
it's our play style.
Your team is built around Burden's last
tackle.
last tackle option.
That kick and us in their face.
And our line speed, even for how we were getting battered, we never gave up.
No,
The
against
line speed we still showed towards the end of the game.
Well, that's why Burden's kicking game is so crucial for you.
Yeah.
When he puts it up and it just hangs there, it gives you enough time to get in their face and you just keep them in their own half because of that line speed.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Now, with because our defense, that's why I'm not really angry about this game. We're missing Burnett and we're missing Kicker, who are two vital parts of our attack.
Yeah.
Massive parts of our attack, right? We did attack like we have no idea.
You
we
opened
really
my
did.
eyes when I was losing on the group. You were telling me, what are you saying? We're having one of the best defensive games ever.
Yeah, it was
And
unbelievable.
you're right. And I was just
But in attack, I agree with you. Dog shit. Do I think we play like this and beat the Sharks? No,
No,
way.
no.
There's
No
something has
way.
to change.
But this is the only way we can beat them.
No, it has to be grindy.
Very grindy.
Yeah, we're not going to go out
We
there
have to
and
score two
outscore.
and just defend like we done last year.
100%.
Remember last year?
Yeah, when we beat them by a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you will beat them.
Yeah. Now with, I forgot what I was going to say. Parramatta turned out to play.
They did.
They really did. Like, this is a derby. This is one of our biggest games of the year. I look forward to this game.
More than anything, really.
If I didn't have
Unless
mates who
it's
are Dragons
semi-finals.
fans, Roosters fans,
Para will be the number
Para's
one.
the number one game.
Yeah, it is for every doggy
Yeah.
supporter.
So the Bulldogs should have turned up wanting to play. The Para did. Bulldogs were thinking, they came in and missed. They were like, we'll just run through them. Because that's what's been happening the past 2 weeks.
And you expected it too. Like
Yeah, I said 13 plus. I was with confidence as well.
Yeah, and any NRL fan that watches it
Yeah.
would expect you
But
to
you
put
said
a kick.
13 plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I expected it to be.
Can you just check this stat for me?
Yeah.
Can you check how many tackles we had on half? Is that a stat? Can you check that stat?
Well, let's see.
Find that stat for me. And another thing I want to say, Kurt Mann has to start next week, man. He has to. We need him for 80 minutes.
Because again, he was the difference maker.
Literally,
He came
man.
on and within a minute we scored.
That's so good,
Literally.
Manola.
Uh,
He's-
Is that tackles in your own half?
I feel bad for Kurt Mann, cuz. Because he was a journeyman and he just didn't find his place in any club.
Yeah, well,
I'm happy to see
he's
him
found
actually
his
thrive.
place,
The
man.
Bulldogs done it to plenty of players, man. And
Yeah, I'm happy.
No, I
I'm happy to
can't
see him
find it.
thriving.
Can't find it, but
Connor Tracy got battered. He played very well, man.
he did.
He
safe.
got battered all
safe.
game.
Safe, man.
Yeah, literally.
Didn't make
he
a
was-
mistake. No, there's no. It's not
No.
the. But it was crazy. Para had so much ball.
And I don't want to move on, man. Knights fans, what are you thinking?
Badly.
What are you thinking?
If there is a Knights fan,
It's not
that
even
watches
Knights
this-
fan. I don't think Knights fans are fucking woo about it. It's Knights board what he's thinking. And they're fucking ecstatic with this sign.
If anyone from the board is watching, let us know in the comment section below.
$13 million.
Go fuck yourself if you're watching.
$13 million.
No, we love all our
Didn't show
subscribers.
up once.
No, from the board, cunt.
Yeah, we love all our subscribers.
Fuck
If you
me.
subscribed,
Hey?
don't worry. It was
Yeah.
sorry, you were talking
No,
serious.
I'm just saying, $30 million. He didn't show up once.
Yeah, no.
Did you look at him once and say, oh my God, he's going to do something?
No, but
he
I
didn't
wa-
have not one flash play, nothing.
I was scared that he was going to step up and play.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Dan Hawkins was actually more of a threat.
Yeah, 100%.
His kicking game too was pretty good.
It was really good.
Yeah,
it
him
was
and
really
Lomax
good.
against the Bulldogs,
He looked
literally.
so much better than Volkman.
Yeah, 100%.
But
He looked
Lomax,
so much
man,
better.
oh, bro, go sign that contract. Go up his contract.
Because
man.
the way Dylan Brown was playing, it doesn't look like he's worth 1,300 a week.
No, he's.
Let alone 1.3 million a
It
season.
just shows the important. Dylan Brown is gonna have a killer of a season when what's his name comes back. When Moses, because that's what he always does.
He better.
That's what he
Well, it
always
doesn't
does.
matter, actually. No, he's signed the contract.
He's signed. That's what he always does.
Yeah.
At Newcastle, he doesn't have that halfback.
No, he doesn't. That's you are seeing what you're going to have right now.
Crazy.
That's him.
That's crazy. Anyway, Dylan Brown, make your money, son.
That's
Straight
true.
out, make your money.
True.
Move on to the Manly Seagulls versus the Raiders. Raiders were undefeated before this game. Manly 40 points to 12 winners.
Oh my
The
God.
Like
Ruben
I
Garrick
said,
show, mate.
but oh my God, like I said, round one this year, I said Manly fans, 4 Points Park.
Fortress.
They won't lose.
They are not going to lose a game this year. I don't care who they play.
I agree.
Penrith 1-17, they're not going to lose. They look unbelievable there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It looks like a cheat code.
Because it's crazy. I don't get it.
Doesn't look right.
But why don't you play like that
Last week against
down the road?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, true. Down the road.
I don't
too.
understand.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference?
No, that's a fortress for them because they love playing.
Crazy. And this is Canberra. And Canberra don't get hammered.
Not usually.
Canberra do not get hammered.
Not like this anyway, man. This
40
was-
to 12,
this was a
and it
thumping.
was a thumping.
Yeah.
We'll get through the try scorers. Ruben Garrick in the 22nd minute, Ethan Bullimore in the 27th minute, Ethan Bullimore in the 29th minute, picking up a
Looked
double.
good too. He
Yeah.
nearly got a hat trick.
Jake Simpkin in the 32nd minute, Ruben Garrick in the 37th minute. Half time was 30 points to 0.
4 tries in 10 minutes.
Crazy. Ruben Garrick then scored in the 48th. Ruben Garrick picked up his 4th of the game in the 51st.
It's his world. We're just living in that.
Crazy. And then, And then the Raiders, 2 consolation tries in the 63rd minute for Sebastian Chris and Hutchinson Young scoring in the 77th minute. This was as one-sided as it could get.
Very one-sided. And it was only 2
Unbelievable.
consolation tries in the end where
At the
Manly was
end.
like, okay, you
Yeah,
can
they
have
fell
it.
asleep.
Also, Garrick nearly had 5,
Yeah.
can I just add?
Oh my God. And Stuart. Did you see his post-presser?
No, I didn't.
He still came out and blamed the ref.
I did.
Well, he's got to blame someone.
Did he actually? I didn't watch
Hey
it.
guys, I'm not even going to talk about the penalties that they were calling against us. I'm not going to mention it, but I'm sure Andrew Abdel was watching the game.
Oh, yeah, shit. There's a lot of penalties.
Is it?
Yeah, 10-4. That's a
He
lot
goes,
of...
I'm not allowed to talk about the refs,
But they did
I'm
make-
sure Andrew Abdel was watching the game.
They did make 12 errors. And 6 ruck infringements. Fuck, they got butchered.
That's what he was
guys.
talking about. He was talking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
How many errors?
12, but don't worry about it, because 16 penalties called.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's fucked.
What the fuck were they doing? And a sin bin. Oh, yeah, for Big Red.
Yeah.
Nah. Anyway, no, bro, it doesn't matter.
It's 4 Points Park, mate.
It's 4 points. But
Literally
fuck,
is.
bro. Holy shit, this game. 64% possession to Manly.
64%.
Yeah. Bro, 34-minute time in possession, 34 minutes to 18.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Holy shit. They
That's
literally had half the ball.
That's fucked.
Fuck. Anyway, Manly absolutely killed them.
There's not much to say about it. Like, it's just mainly doing mainly things at 4 points.
Yeah, and then, what's it called? Help me out here. Standout performances.
Obviously, Ruben Garrick.
Ruben Garrick.
Bolly Moore, I liked it. I really enjoyed the way he played.
He looked very good. Surprise, surprise. Hamoli Olakawatu, when he runs for more than 100 metres, it goes a long way. He ran for 227 metres, more than anyone else on the field.
Yeah.
He absolutely had a blinder.
More than Garrick?
Yeah.
Yeah, more than Garrick. Garrick ran for... Where is he? Here he is. That's crazy. 89 metres.
No, he
I
didn't.
swear to God.
Because I'm pretty sure there was a play where he fucking caught the ball, like they chipped it to him, he caught it at halfway and made like 40 metres just off that run. So you're trying to say the rest of his and he didn't even score off that play.
Yeah, but he scored. All his tries were 10 metres out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But he had a killer. They couldn't tackle him.
Yeah, he looked
They
good.
couldn't tackle. Every
And,
time he hit it, the gap, they could.
A
fell
day
off him.
after his baby girl was born too.
Yeah, that's
They done
right.
a little celebration for her.
Oh, is that what it was about?
Yeah, but it's probably going to get cancelled.
Why?
It probably. What's his name? Coach is going to tell him not to do it anymore.
No, that's just one fuck.
Anyway,
That's one fuck.
do you agree with that?
No, let him celebrate.
Yeah.
But not that hard. Like he needs to fucking pull up too.
We'll talk about it after. Yeah. Lehigh Hopewadi at fullback. Guy's superstar. Absolute superstar. Got a try assist, 19 runs, 153 metres. He looks so good. 2 tackle busts, line break assists.
He hasn't had a bad game.
Well,
No, he hasn't. I haven't seen him have a rubbish
Literally,
game.
you can't really
I've seen him drop the ball once that I can remember.
Yeah,
he filled in that
That's
well
it,
that
that's
they
it.
didn't miss Turbo.
No,
That's
they
the
didn't,
main
which is
thing. Here.
unbelievable.
That's what they need
That's
in a
what's
fullback.
scary,
And
man.
we said at the beginning of the year, Manly will finish top 4.
But they will never win a grand final without.
Yeah. They won't win the comp. But I said I've got them finishing 4th or 3rd with the injuries to Tommy. That's how highly I rate Lehigh Hopewadi
Yeah.
playing at fullback.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, 5th. I said 5th. They'll
Whatever
finish
the
5th.
case may be,
Yeah.
but a high number.
But yeah, they'll be up there. But that's how much I rate Lehigh Hopewadi. They finally have someone to replace him when he inevitably gets injured.
Yeah, and he does the job very
Fantastic player. Cherry Evans. Big news coming out.
Massive news.
Massive news, right? It's crazy. I'm going to bring up what he said because when I was reading it, I found it pretty interesting. Now he wanted to stay at Manly for 2 years. Manly said no, we're going to only offer you 1 year. His manager's gone around, shopped him around. Now Manly have come back and said, oh no, we'll offer you a 2-year contract worth 1.5 mil. His words. He was on what's it called? NRL
No, for
Online.
60, yeah.
No, NRL Online.
Online, yeah.
Was it?
With
Okay.
Gus Gould and all those. He goes, respectfully, no, I won't be accepting the Seagulls 2-year offer for $1.5 million a year. Dollar deal. As I said, I've been sleeping on this decision since December and talking to my family, and we're okay with the decision and we are at peace with it. We understand it is not going to make everyone happy, and there's going to be a lot of Manly fans that are really upset with this.
Understandable.
So he's out of the door.
Oh yeah, no, he won't be Manly next year.
And
But
he
whether
confirmed that he's playing next year.
Yeah, he's
just
playing.
not for Manly.
Yeah, he's
I
playing.
don't know if he'll play.
He said
No.
he's playing.
The fact that he mentioned Manly fans are going to be upset with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
he's
means he's
playing.
definitely playing, just not
But
in Manly
he's
colours.
known to. He's
Not
known to
flip?
flip. Yeah, he's known to flip.
Well,
It's either he
showing
doesn't
the
get a
money.
contract he likes, yeah. It's either he doesn't get a contract he likes and he'll retire one club man, or they'll flash
Do
the
you think
cash.
he's worth $750 a year?
Yes.
I think he's worth
Right now.
I reckon he's worth $850 a year.
You right now, a club that needs a halfback. What's the max you're offering him?
Which club am I?
A club that
A
needs a
desperate
half.
club?
A club that needs a half.
A desperate
You're
club?
desperate, yes.
I'm paying him-
Dragons, say
You're
you're a
the
dragon.
Dragons.
I'm paying him 1 million. 850 to 1 million.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I thought
Dragons especially.
I thought 750 is pretty fair.
Cher Evans,
Right now, he's going to give you only 2 years.
in that 2 years, you could mentor, you could go so far with your team.
Well,
And
you
it
saying the
depends-
Sharks
you
do
could
it
make
with
your team
James,
a top 8 team
with
with
James
Cherry
Maloney
Evans.
in 2016? The Sharks done it, didn't they? And Ennis, they signed him for 1 or 2
Or look
years.
at Adam Reynolds with the Broncos.
You don't think if Dragons sign him for 2 years, he won't take him to at least top 8?
I think, no.
Comfortably?
I think the Dragons need him.
Yeah.
I think the
Well, that's what
Bulldogs.
we're
What about
talking
the
about.
Dogs?
Nah.
I feel like he's
Because that's getting floated around.
We rejected Ben Hunt because he was 850. I don't think Good wants to pay anything over
yeah, but
600.
maybe it's not the money for him. So they offered him 750
No,
on a
no.
2 year.
I'll tell you why it is the money. Because when Dragons come out and offer you 850 or whatever they're going to offer him, and Dolphins are going to offer him 850 to 1 million, they wanted him in Queensland already. Titans wanted him.
Uh,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that comes to, I feel like it all comes to if he wants to go to Queensland, he'll sign with the Dolphins. If not, he won't sign with the Dragons for money. Because he's got a bigger opportunity winning a premiership with the Dogs than the Dragons, let's be real.
I think he's got a crack
No.
opportunity at Manly.
I don't think Dogs are even
does
looking
that
at him.
too.
I don't think Bulldogs are looking at him.
It's been floated around. It could be just.
There's
he
only
say,
3
she
teams
say.
that have been floated around, but that's all
Well,
he
for the
says.
Bulldogs,
Yeah, Bulldogs been floated
Bulldogs, Dolphins, and
around. No,
Dragons.
shit.
nothing's 100%. I read it online.
I've seen it too.
no.
It'll be crazy.
It'll be, but why not?
I'm getting happy now.
It'll be. Let's not get happy. With
Why
that.
not?
No,
Sexton's contract ends this year. You're playing for 1 or 2 years, and then you got fucking Mitchell Woods.
No. I think.
That makes a lot of
if
sense.
If Foreign
Which was
retires
the
this
Queenslander
year,
as well.
if Kieran Foreign retires this year,
Oh, that's guaranteed.
He
Nah,
will-
he can't.
He will
He
definitely.
can't. No way.
Why?
No way the Titans fans will do that. No way. The Titans
Because
fans
they already
will-
backflipped
'cause
on
the
him once,
backflip,
yeah.
That's fucking dirty.
Nah,
10
don't-
years
don't
ago, he
take him.
backflipped. 10 years, and look where the Titans have been. He would have changed that club if he went there.
10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
It's not
His
a 10-year
contract's- his
remaining.
contract's going off now.
But he also backflipped a few years ago.
No, it was 10 years ago.
It was
Or
10
6
years.
years. How long was his contract?
I think
It was a
10.
pretty
It
long
was
contract.
10. It was 10 years, wasn't it?
It was a very long contract.
Time flies.
Yeah, time flies really fast.
It was 2016.
Yeah, oh shit. God, we're getting
Oh
old.
my goodness.
2026 next year.
Yeah.
Was that when just before that 10-day?
Yes.
Cooling off, yeah.
That's why they brought it in. Because
Oh, we are old.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god! I thought that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's a
We-
long time ago.
Wow.
So yeah, so he backflipped on him, and look at the Titans haven't made finals since.
I reckon that's the easiest call. If foreign, especially
I think they made
retires, they'll
It
get
makes sense.
Well, do the Dolphins risk Katoa
but the Dolphins
losing him?
I
won't be
don't
losing
think the
him.
Titans need him.
him. What do you mean they don't need
Well,
him?
they've got look at how good these young halves are going.
But they're not good enough to go to the finals.
yeah, but I think
They're not.
they can blood him in. I think the Dolphins need him more. 100% the Dolphins need him more.
Mo, do you want him at the Dragons?
I'd love him at the Dragons.
Do you reckon your team's willing to pay?
Yeah, my team's willing to play an arm and a dick just to
But
get.
doesn't Flanagan have that?
And no, Flanagan is I'll pay a player what he's worth.
Yeah, I'll pay.
So
I'd
it just-
happily pay him $850.
It literally depends what Flanagan rates him as. Well,
I
where's he
think it's
see
worth
his
that much,
prices?
but I think
Because
Burrows-
him and Atkinson in the halves wouldn't be a bad halves.
Oh
pairing,
wow, that would be so good.
Yeah.
That'd be so good.
actually.
I don't know, but it's crazy
What
news
a
coming
big
out of
statement
Manly.
by him, man.
Yeah, crazy news coming out
Yeah.
of
Well,
Manly.
it's ballsy.
That's a
It
power
is,
move
yeah,
too.
yeah. And you know what it is? I think Manly went. Fuck, we've seen how this went with Adam Reynolds. Maybe we should offer him a contract, but I think
Yeah.
it's too late.
Yeah, no, that's it. He's already made up his mind since
Yeah, I
December.
think it's too
cuz.
late. Anyway, that's Manly 40-12 over the Raiders, who they're undefeated before this, and these games do happen. And it's at 4 Points Park. Doesn't
Or-
matter who you are, you're losing.
The only thing that the 3 weeks have shown is it's going to be a very weird season.
Yes,
So it's very unpredictable these days.
but that's why we love the
Yeah,
rugby
no,
league
this looks like the funnest
season in a
comp
while.
we've seen in a while.
Yeah, because Penrith aren't looking like
Yeah,
It's-
Terminators.
as easy as it's been over the past 4 years.
I agree.
But anyway, that's the episode. Please leave a like.
Paseka out for the season.
No way.
Yeah, ruptured his Achilles.
Seriously.
How sad, man.
Wow,
He
he's
just-
looking good as well.
He was just getting into his own.
Fucking threw it in there as we were wrapping it up.
I didn't know about that.
You didn't know?
No, I didn't even know.
No, ruptured his Achilles. He's done for the season.
Unlucky,
Okay,
man.
look,
Fuck, that's
listen.
2 Achilles done already this year.
Poor cunt.
Who was the other guy? Who's the other bloke done his Achilles?
Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs?
I can't remember. Someone else done.
Cameron
We'll
Murray.
speak about. That's right. yeah.
Murray.
Oh, crazy. Anyway, that's the episode. We hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, share and subscribe if you haven't already. In the comment section below, everything we spoke about, let us know about it. All right, get involved. We'll be reading your comments. Description below, you find our socials, Instagram, our TikTok. Make sure you're following us there. And we'll see you next week. Peace.